think a lot of individuals think that neurofeedback is to isolate troubles, but in this case, it really began to make a difference in our lives.
It was always hard for me to sit and pay attention. I thought perhaps I was ADD. Through the training, it has really changed my life in significant ways.
What was so illuminating and convicting for me was when I got to see how my brain actually looked. All of a sudden, these reactions that things evoke out of you, when you see on a computer screen why that is. That's a really, really powerful thing.
Welcome to Reclaim Your Brain. I'm Stephanie Webb. So do you or someone that you know suffer from anxiety, depression, ADHD, migraines, or maybe even memory loss? Well, if so, the next 29 minutes just could change your life. Joining me tonight is noted neuropsychologist Dr. Timothy Royer, the man who's making his goal to help people literally change the way that their brains work. He's also the keynote speaker for the upcoming Reclaim Your Brain series. Okay, what exactly does it mean, and how does one go about reclaiming their brain?
Well, Stephanie, reclaiming your brain involves two segments. First, we have to know it,
okay,
and then we try to grow the brain. And the real epidemic within our society today is that we're quickly running through the know-it phase. People are getting diagnosed with ADD, anxiety, depression, sometimes in less than 10 minutes without taking time to really understand the brain.
Really understand what's going on.
Exactly. And the brain is at the core of everything we do. It operates our whole system. It's this unbelievable regulator that's taking information in every second of the day, and it's responding to that information. And the way it does that is through different electrical currents. And this electricity in our nervous system, called our autonomic nervous system, can either get really amped up and really excited and anxious, or sometimes it can run really slow.
Really slow, like on the weekends.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do, or what we do through the Reclaim Your Brain series, is teach individuals how to get this electrical current in a more balanced state, which is this grow it phase. Once we understand how it's out of balance, the know it phase, then the grow it phase is making it stronger. And making it stronger, every brain can learn. The brain learns every second of the day. There's a quadrillion neuronal connections in our brain, more than there's stars in the universe. And our brain can learn every second. And what we do in the grow it phase is take the brain and teach it how to become stronger.
So then who would be the person that would benefit from something like this?
Well, we jokingly
Besides myself, of course.
We jokingly say our program is very narrow. It's only for people who have brains.
Okay. Oh, darn it. Gosh. Well,
so it's really for anybody. We have two primary segments of people that we work with. We work with groups that we would call peak performance, and these are people in corporate settings. We work a lot with professional athletes, people that are already at the top of their game, and we help them go to another level. Then we have the other segment, which is the clinical population. And the clinical population are individuals with depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, migraines, sleep problems, pain, all these different things that the brain is responsible for.
Now, what exactly are the benefits? You go through it and you know somebody's brain, you can help them grow it. What, as the person, what would you experience?
Well, the first thing is we're going to regulate the autonomic nervous system, the system that for many people is in overdrive all day long and they can never slow it down. We're going to teach those individuals how to slow down this autonomic nervous system. And when that happens, the brain actually functions more efficiently. And when the brain functions more efficiently, our cognitive potential increases dramatically. We've seen all across the country in schools and universities jumps in IQ of 15 to 20 points. We've seen changes in mood, changes in personality, enabling people to become more of who they were made to be. And I think probably the most striking thing for us is 85 to 90% of the people that we work with that come to us with medicines are able to leave without ever having taken medicine again the rest of their life.
Medication behind.
Yeah.
Now, how long would it be until you start seeing some of the results of this program?
Usually the program, at around 16 hours, you start to see some changes in the nervous system. We like to put kind of a mean of about 20 to 25 hours of the program.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for kind of giving us an introduction to how the process works, of course. Now, up next, he was just 2 years old when he was misdiagnosed with ADHD. NBA standout Chris Kaman will join us right here in the studio. We're going to hear his story and how Dr. Royer's help changed his life. We'll be right back. Stick around. Welcome back. NBA standout Chris Kaman was just 2 years old when he was diagnosed with ADHD. Turns out the doctors were wrong. Here's the story.
If you're a parent or a child or somewhere in between, Chris Kaman has something to tell you. And he's even willing to do it if you're on the other side of the country from his bedroom in California.
Obviously, you guys probably know I play in the NBA. This is my 5th year.
His message is as intimate,
honestly, like I go home sometimes and cry at night,
as it is inspirational.
It's completely changed the way I play basketball.
Physical gifts, soft hands, quick feet, good balance, have always been there for the Michigan native taken 6th in the 2003 draft. But he was 7 feet of coaching frustration.
I would forget a lot of stuff in the timeouts. I mean, my plays, Coach Dunleavy would be all over me. Like, how could you not? I just drew it up right in front of you 5 seconds ago.
So, if you want to know why he's suddenly playing like an all-star for the first time, start at the top. Kaman was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder when he was a child. Last July, he agreed to let a neuropsychologist, Dr. Tim Royer, take a look inside his head and find out exactly why he couldn't concentrate.
Here's somebody who was diagnosed at 2.5 with ADD, put on medicine at 3.5 for ADD, and he doesn't even have it.
It's disappointing that I couldn't have learned about this when I was 5 years old, 7 years old, when I was in school and out of control, and the teachers were trying to figure out what was going on.
What you're seeing right now is all the different brain waves within Chris's brain.
Royer evaluates his patients on the size and strength of those various brain waves. With Kaman, he found a high beta count, meaning there were brain waves running too fast and strong, the opposite of someone with ADD. So Royer created a training program in the same way Kaman's coaches might. Only this one teaches him how to regulate his breathing and heartbeat, allowing his brain to recalibrate itself. When Kaman's brain emits the desired balance of waves, the graphic moves and the music plays.
When we're doing the training, think of the model of a speedometer where the car can go really fast or it can go really slow. In Chris's case, the brain was going really fast, and what we wanted to do was make him aware of when he was going too fast. Much like when you're driving in the car, you're not really thinking, am I going 46 or 47, but you are aware when you go 75 or 80 miles an hour. Unfortunately for Chris, he would go 75, 80, 90, 95, and then it'd be hard for him to slow the whole engine down.
I'm like somewhere in the middle, you know. I'm not breaking the speed limit, and you know, I'm not going too slow. I think I'm a lot more regular than I used to be.
While Royer refuses to divulge exactly how his brain retraining technology works, Kaman has found that learning neurofeedback is similar to shooting a basketball. Everyone has different form, and you, through sheer repetition, figure out what works for you.
Once you get used to it, your brain figures it out. You don't really need to think about it anymore.
His focus has been great. I think he's made fewer mental errors between on rotations, on defensive coverages, and you know, as far as play sets, knowing where he's supposed to be and what he's supposed to be doing, for sure.
Having a brain in constant overdrive can pose problems off the court as well, especially if you have a high-limit credit card.
You have all this money and you never had it before and you just want to buy stuff, but I had no self-control in that area, and I could definitely tell a change in that when I was, you know, just after like 3 weeks, a short time of doing it.
When you look back, you were taking what they gave you,
Ritalin and then Adderall.
What did that feel like? Now that you know what you know about your brain?
Yeah. Well, now that I know, you know, I can't change the past, you know, so I'm just happy to be able to, you know, have found out about it now and be able to work on my future and help other people's futures.
Royer estimates there are millions misdiagnosed with ADD. For Kaman, it meant being labeled a poor student and a troublemaking jock in high school.